Hello everyone, and welcome to the Soccer Sauce, where we talk about all things related to soccer or football as it's referred to outside of America. Today's discussion revolves around a question that's on everyone's mind. Who will win the Women's World Cup? As we know, the U.S. women's national team has been the dominant force in the world of women's football for a long time, ranking number 1 globally. They've won 4 of the 8 World Cups, never finished worse than third at any tournament, and are also the record champions of the Olympic Games and the CONCACAF Championships. But here's the twist. The long reign of the U.S. at the top of women's football has been challenged. Last year I vouched for women's football on this channel, and today I vouch for Europe. The best European teams are presenting a formidable challenge to the American team. 3 reasons contribute to this shift in the balance of power. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear your thoughts about who you're backing for this World Cup. Share your views in the comments. All right, let's get started. The U.S. women are expected to earn their 5th World Cup title this summer in Sydney. However, since the last World Cup, their domination in women's football has been noticeably affected, and one major reason is the U.S. team itself. Observers have noted that the gap between the U.S. and other nations is no longer as large as it once was. This change in dynamics was evident at the last Olympics in Tokyo. The U.S. team, led by coach Vlatko Andonovski, secured a bronze medal, a step back considering the U.S.'s past performance. This result led to criticism about the team's performance, with phrases like exhausted and outmatched and unimpressive floating around. Major changes were expected in the team's lineup following the Olympics, as many big stars were well into their 30s. Andonovski made some changes, bringing in younger talent like Katarina Macario and Trinity Rodman, but a complete makeover of the squad was missing. Additionally, injuries have impacted key players like Becky Sauerbrunn, Tobin Heath, and 2023's leading goal scorer, Mallory Swanson. Despite the changes and challenges, the U.S. team is still undefeated this year. However, their performance has not been as convincing, as illustrated by their narrow victories and 3 losses at the end of 2022 to England, Spain, and Germany. These defeats have not only shown that the U.S. team is beatable, but have also highlighted who has the potential to beat them. Besides Europe, other nations like Brazil, Japan, Canada, and host country Australia also have their sights set on advancing beyond the group stages. However, the primary competitors mentioned as rivals to the U.S. for the title are all European. The strong performance of European teams is no accident. It is the result of strong competition and substantial investment. The Women's Euros serves as a valuable training ground for these teams, fostering their growth. The top teams in the world are emerging from Europe, with England, Germany, and France among the best. In fact, 5 out of the top 6 teams in the world are from Europe. European football is also growing as a whole. The National Women's Soccer League was the ultimate women's football league, but now European leagues are closing the gap. Leagues like the Women's Super League in the UK and the German Frauen-Bundesliga are reaching much higher levels and producing world-class players. Moreover, European teams are even attracting players from the US. Money and investment in women's football have seen a significant increase in Europe. This investment is leading to better facilities, training, staff, and consequently, better quality of football and bigger crowds. While it's possible that the U.S. might win this World Cup, it's clear that they won't be as untouchable as they looked a few years back. The competition is heating up, making the tournament more exciting and attractive. So there you have it, folks. It's a whole new era in women's football, and the upcoming World Cup could be a catalyst for even more changes. It's truly a thrilling time to be a fan of this beautiful game. As always, thank you for joining me today. Before we wrap up, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more exciting content. Be sure to tune in for the World Cup. It's time to cheer on your team.